The COBIT 5 Foundation Certificate, Module 3, COBIT 5 Enablers. Lesson 6, Services, Infrastructure, and Applications. Welcome to Module 3, Lesson 6, where you'll learn about the Services, Infrastructure, and Applications Enabler. In this lesson, we'll study the 5 architectural principles that govern the implementation and use of IT-related resources, and the relationship of the enabler with other enablers. The diagram on the screen shows the generic enabler model applied to the Services, Infrastructure, and Applications enabler. The name Service Capabilities is also used for this enabler. In this lesson, we'll be looking at the good practices that are specific to this enabler. Specifically, we'll look at the overall guidelines, or architectural principles as they are known, that govern the implementation and use of IT-related resources. COBIT 5 describes 5 architectural principles, including reuse. Common components of the architecture should be used when designing and implementing solutions. For example, if the business needs some new functionality, then it is better to enhance an existing service rather than to develop a completely new one. Buy versus build. Solutions should be purchased unless there is a very good reason for developing them internally. There are many reasons for preferring a bought-in solution: speed of implementation, cost, ability to leverage the vendor's expertise. Simplicity. The enterprise architecture should be designed and maintained to be as simple as possible. Simplicity usually means less cost, more reliability, and greater flexibility. An example of simplicity includes limiting the number of suppliers. The other 2 architectural principles are agility. The enterprise architecture should allow IT to respond to changing business needs effectively and efficiently. All enterprises exist within a constantly changing environment. Commercial enterprises are subject to competitive pressure, increasing demands from customers, and financial pressures. They cannot afford to be held back by inflexible IT services. And finally, openness. The enterprise architecture should leverage open industry standards. Many enterprises have learned, to their cost, of the dangers of becoming locked in to proprietary architectures. The other topic we need to cover in this lesson is the relationship of the enabler with the other enablers. The links include: information is itself a service capability. Processes. Effective processes are essential for getting the best out of the service capabilities. For example, buying the most reliable hardware and the most tried and tested software will not deliver a quality service if the processes used to manage and support the technology are missing or ineffective. Some inputs and outputs are service capabilities. For example, an output of the process APO04 Manage Innovation is a recommendation for the use of some new technology. And that is an input to process BAI03 Manage Solutions Identification and Build. Culture, ethics, and behavior. This enabler is obviously relevant for building a service-oriented culture. That completes this lesson. In this lesson, you learned about the Services, Infrastructure, and Applications Enabler. The next lesson is Module 3, Lesson 7. In that lesson, we'll study the People, Skills, and Competencies Enabler.